I mean, that's great. I mean, I'm glad you came here of all places to, you know, celebrate that, but, you know, I'm kind of busy, dude, so hit me up later.
You stupid idiots!
Happy Canada Day!
Dude, what are you doing? I mean, you can clearly see I'm busy. I understand you're happy that it's Canada Day, but, like, come on, man, chill.
Release the hounds!
Release the hounds?
Happy Canada Day!
Happy Canada Day!
Canada Day!
Happy Canada Day!
It's time to do all, my fellow and feature outlaws. This is your in-ring rundown, and I am the NKKGG. It's AEW Dynamite presents Fyter Fest here tonight. We got a hell of a card.
Happy Canada Day!
Dude, I just literally woke up. I mean, don't even start with me. Yes, this week on Cita's in the Outfield, AEW Dynamite is hosting Night 1 of Fyter Fest. A show that ran through its entirety without somehow telling us that it was just too big for one night. You could do that? The late champion appears wearing an outfit that can only be worn once all of Canada fused together like a race of Namekians. He's here to join the commentary team immediately, and I just couldn't be a happier boy. He's here to commentate on the first match of the night, that being a tag team match. Better get used to those. Between a man who just got out of the shower and his high-level grunt minion and the Tagoro brothers. MJF grabs the mic and then says the same thing every WWE fan has said to themselves at least once in the past 5 years when they're about to turn on Raw.
I got a bad case of deja vu. I am so sick and tired of having to beat these guys over and over and over again.
Wardlow begins the match by showing off his amazing pectorals by tossing Jungle Boy around the ring like the small child he is. I'm sorry, like a small child. And while Jungle Boy spends the first half of this match struggling to gain any hot tag, Jim Ross shows us that even at his advanced age, his priorities in life remain noble.
The crowd is booing, they're angry, the chicks in bikinis are flipping out over here. Where are they?
Luchasaurus finally gets these hands on the hot tag and meets the large woodland creature in the middle of the ring for a showdown. Going blow for blow, these two behemoths quickly show why they're going to be the future of AEW. All four men knock each other down in the middle of the ring and then miraculously kip up at the same time. First the smaller ones, then the bigger ones. Uh-oh though, the gravity of Luchasaurus and Wardlow immediately suck each other in like black holes as they're about to.
Happy Canada Day!
Do you know what happens when you interrupt me for the second time in one episode, Jericho? Do you know what happens? Oh, their Tagoro finally gets involved on the outside, and oh, never mind, there he goes. MJF comes seriously close to raticing his partner in the face with a dynamite diamond ring, before the dinosaur kicks the stone of might into his face anyways, leaving him dazed and confused just long enough for the Jurassic Park drop in a victory by the Copyright Express. Apparently we're getting a puppy dog battle royal next week, and I really wish that I could say that was the weirdest thing to be happening in 2020. It's Cheetah versus Ford in what you would expect to be a showdown at a car show, but no, it's actually for the AEW Women's Championship. Penelope Ford makes her way to the ring donning some sweet-ass purple ring attire. All while Jim Ross shows us how to be a master of commentary.
You do without those kisses, though.
I agree. Quite the lip lock. The Asian version.
Glass Warrior Janema materializes her way down to the ring, wooden sword in hand, ready to even the odds against the super bad combination that lays before her. Aubrey sees this potential fuckery and decides that all items and assist trophies are now banned, immediately throwing Kip Sabian and the kendo stick out of the match. Cheetah begins the match with a knee to the face. I mean, like a good one. I mean, like, Ford's getting wrecked pretty hard early on.
Use the code AMERICA and be sure to check out how you can get free shipping.
Remember, folks, it's Canada Day, so use the code AMERICA for discount on merch. We come back from commercial where this match that had no right to be any good starts actually being really good, as Ford impresses us all greatly by taking control, nearly picking up the win with a German suplex pin as well as a really shitty camel clutch that she just couldn't seem to lock in. There is a chance that they were just playing horsey. I mean, I'll have to ask. Both women have a slapfest that quickly turns into a roll-up, thank God, by Penelope Ford. A roll-up so powerful and close to victory that Jericho's inner true Canadian comes boiling to the surface. Ford goes outside the ring randomly to go grab the belt for her own, when all of a sudden Kip Sabian and the kendo stick break the law by coming back down to the ring. Luckily for Shida, all she has to do is strike him like a grunt in an old school beat 'em up game, causing him to throw his item into the air for her to catch and knock him the fuck out with. Shida ends the match with a knee to the face, and then another one, and then a Falcon Arrow. And then finally another knee. That was a hell of a match, Shida, but my God, girl, you just have such a golden ticket to merch. Falcon Arrow, knees, Falcon knees. I mean, come on, it's just right there. Jericho explodes on commentary as Jake Hager and Cody make their way to the ring for the TNT Championship title match. A match that clearly no one remembered to remind Justin Roberts about the dress code. But instead of actually announcing the competitors for this bout, he goes off script and says the same thing he announces right before he's about to get down with the ladies.
He is rock hard!
Jake, oh my god, he can throw Cody around like nothing but somehow never really looks that intense. Hager takes control early on, even deceiving both Arn and Cody on the outside of the ring with a sneaky elbow to the face. But in honestly a weird kind of fashion, this match turns 50-50 real quick, as Cody manages to get the man big down and even lock him into the figure 4. But because the full power of that move lies in the heart of the American Bash, the current copyright battles don't allow him to keep it locked in for long, allowing Hager to retaliate with a brutal spinebuster. Hager notices Arn Anderson on the outside and decides that now is the best time to do his impression of a Redead attacking a Link player who thinks he's at a safe distance.
Legs, break the big man down.
Get him! Knock him out!
The side effects from Jake Hager's hair bleaching products finally wear off, allowing him to take control with a belly-to-belly off the top rope, followed by a devastating ankle lock. Cody manages to escape, but gets slapped by the somewhat hot wife of Jake Hager, instantly activating the Brothers Defense trap card as Dustin makes his way down to the ring within seconds. Dustin then does some weird one-punch man type bullshit that doesn't really look like it did much, and then Hager just kind of locks Cody into the headlock anyways. But because Cody is the only person on the planet who uses more bleach product than he does, he falls asleep on top of him, so Hager is pinned by the devastating after smell of his hair. Darby Allin isn't medically cleared right now, so here's him doing some dangerous skateboard stunts with what I can only assume are some created characters from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater come to life. This one was a little iffy. I just realized I don't have any sunglasses before I did this. Yes, freshly squeezed orange is the new black joins the announcer's table, much to the dismay of Jericho. A Jericho that's been trying real hard to get his anger issues under control.
You know what? I'm gonna beat the crap out of this. Well, you know what? I'm calm.
He's trying, folks. Rally up your random biddies and bikinis for the best! The best! The best tag team in the world with a real shitty name. Here to take on Private Party, who somehow have Matt Hardy relegated to bouncer status. It's probably because Discount Sergeant Slaughter didn't want to risk being in a public crowd right now. Can't blame him. They're here to battle in a #1 contenders match for the tag team championships against whoever wins later on tonight. Private Party begin the match by doing what they do best, refuse to touch the ground and show us all that it's legitimately possible to ignore gravity if you train hard enough.
Bad call. Big spot.
Will someone please resurrect Bill Paxton, because we got a twister on the loose. And while the powerfully proud managed to take control of this match a few times, such as a nice power bomb into alley-oop, into cannonball, into double flapjack that probably should have just ended the match, Private Party manages to survive and take advantage of their one true weakness. Yes, of course I'm talking about Santana's bandana being pulled down over his eyes and giving him the panic status for at least 5 seconds. Just long enough for Private Party to set him up for the best tag team finisher in the world and secure their #1 contender spot on the way to some gold. After the match, they decided to take this party over to the announcer's desk to invite their favorite friend Orange Cassidy into the festivities. This startles Dad Bod Jericho greatly, as he immediately demands that these kids get off his lawn, throwing water bottles at them repeatedly. Unfortunately, the blast radius of one of these water bottles strikes the orange one, causing him to get up very slowly. The mere act of standing up is an action so provoking and insulting that Jericho makes sure to treat this like his family member just died in an episode of Game of Thrones.
People.
Seriously, where did all those people come from so quickly? It's nearly Fyter Fest main event time, but before we can get into that, a Tasmanian devil normally locked up in a cage decides to make its way to the ring. He and his trainer are very pissed off about the situation regarding Moxley and have this to say.
Mox, you have a case of one thing. It's the chicken shits.
No, I can't speak for Moxley, but if that's anything like the time that I got food poisoning from that chicken wing pizza from that mom and pop place in Nebraska, then my god, is that a good excuse to stay home. Trent's mom is here to drop her kids off at school today, and it's either super fucking awesome and heartwarming, or they're actually just really drunk and needed someone to bring them to the match.
He was off for virus concerns, as we all should be aware of have virus concerns. Wear your mask, folks.
That's right, everyone. Remember to listen to a senior citizen who is currently not wearing a mask in a public setting in a state that gets about 10,000 COVID cases a day to wear your mask. I mean, I agree, but I'm just, a dick who couldn't help himself. Both teams go back and forth for a while before Kenny and Hangman finally manage to take control. But never mind that, FTR saw how frickin' sweet Trent's mom's car was with that built-in grill in the back, and they just couldn't resist joining the tailgate party. If you look closely, Sue is seen in the stands quickly because Scott Dawson's perfectly cute bald head started to freak her out. Hangman and Kenny have had control for simply far too long in this match, so Chucky decides that the best course of action is just to pile drive everyone over and over again until they're probably... You know what, man? Fine. Oh, Canada, America's parking lot. Free healthcare and bears that hurt a lot. With the mandatory AEW double team pile driver double stomp combination special, before Kenny Omega appears on the side of the screen like a Luigi combustion off stage. Hangman uses this recovery to think of an original idea on his own. Yes, that's it, he says. A pile driver. But from the other side, that will work. It didn't work. Wait, never mind. Let's just send him back up and hit him with the buckshot lariat with no creative input or setup from the other two wrestlers. I mean, I didn't hate it, but And that's it for this week's rundown. I want to thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit that like and that sub if you haven't. Leave a comment telling me if you're as excited as I am to see Cassidy go Mastered UI against Jericho next week. There's going to be juice everywhere, so tune in. And of course, a shout out to all my patrons. I've recently met a couple of people who are supporting me more than ever now, and I honestly can't thank you all enough. If this keeps up, then actually making this part-time or even full-time someday is actually starting to look like a reality. And I don't have the words to express that level of, like, holy shit. So thank you. But of course, this week's patron highlight goes out to one of my best buds, Puyo and Sonic Fan. I've known him for about 3 years now, back from my days of playing Puyo Puyo online just about every day. The man has supported me endlessly since then, and I really hope you all check out his YouTube channel. He has over 1,000 subs already, and it's just purely from hard work. Now, from the name alone, you can already guess that he loves Puyo, and trust me, he will combo with the best of them. But the heart of the channel does lie in his work on modding. Tons of sprite editing, Sonic ROM hacks, even full level design, and some Super Smash Bros. Mods as well. Check the man out, guys. He deserves it. You won't regret it. This has been the man from Earth with all the girth, telling you to be the character you know you're worth. I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper. We come back from wooden sword in hand, ready to. He goes off script and says the same thing he announces right before he's about to get. The best friends are ready to finish the match with the mandatory AEW Tag Team Domination Comp Fashion. Instantly active. Lucha's Forest. He and his trainer are very pissed off about the situation regarding Moxley.